And when you get to that level, you can't help but want to express your sovereignty. You know what sovereignty means, right? It means you are an independent ruler. What are you the ruler of? Your own life experience. Welcome to Worthiness Wednesdays. I'm Perry Gruber, the Enlightenment Guy. For over a decade, I've helped people master their mindsets so they can create lives they love and get the results without the burnout or the hustle. And today, I want to talk about one of my master clients. Her name is Maigen. She was the second master I designated in the Positively Focused Framework practice. And I'm talking with her about her today because Maigen has produced an extremely elegant version of the charmed life on her way to mastery. Maigen has been a client since 2018. She and her partner came to the very first live in-person seminar I did before I packaged what I offer into the Positively Focused Framework. And so she's been with me for a long time. And during that time, she has moved, we're just getting right into the story, aren't we? She just moved into this wonderful state of being in which she is creating authentically. And her authentic creation is coming in the form of something I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But first, I want to give a little background about her life trajectory so that you can see how she has used the Positively Focused Framework to soothe her resistance, her distorted stories, and as a result is now living her version of the charmed life through authentic expression. So when Maigen first came to me, she was not unhappy, but somewhat displeased with her life. There were a lot of beliefs that she had that had her feeling disempowered around a number of subjects, including her father, her own past, the expectations she thought that her partner has about her own expectations about career success in the professional world, a little bit of resistance about not wanting to work for others, but at the same time believing that income only comes from working for others. These kinds of beliefs. She also had some social justice warrior momentum going on in her beliefs, where she believed she had to save or protect minorities, particularly LGBTQ people and people of color. Through that time between 2018 and today, we soothed all of that. And the more of that we soothed, it's very interesting. If you talk with her, you're not going to be able to, but if you talked with her, you would hear this. The more we soothed these things, the better her life got in all of these dimensions I just mentioned, her having resistance and distortions around. Her relationship, she's not married. She has this partner. It's a long-term domestic partnership. Her partnership improved dramatically through contrast. There were some negative experiences that they had together, but they moved through them wonderfully because Maigen's partner too is a client. So Maigen's relationship improved dramatically. She got laid off from work and then went into trying to build her own business, realized that wasn't very fun, and then tried to do more of a social justice warrior enterprise. That wasn't very fun, and then eventually ended up pursuing her pleasure. It's really interesting because just this weekend session, she was talking about how, as a child, she always wanted to just be a writer and express her creativity that way. And so after a couple of years of trying to do this social justice warrior enterprise, she gave that up and just relaxed into the nature of her relationship. Now her partner is a very, very successful business person in software development. I did a Worthiness Wednesday video on him manifesting a vice presidency for himself I think it was last month or the month before. So he makes a lot of money. And he has no concern about Maigen not making any money. But Maigen believed that he did have concerns that she needed to carry her own weight in the relationship. But that was not at all in Maigen's partner's mind. He loves Maigen and wants her to be happy. So Maigen had to work through the distortions that had her projecting her beliefs about his beliefs onto him. After she successfully did that, she relaxed into the relationship and realized that she had manifested a man and a relationship that fully supported her childhood dream, which was to enjoy her life and to express her creativity. One thing led to another, and she decided that she was going to write blogs about her time as a flight attendant. When she started to do that, she became more and more excited, not just about writing blogs about being a flight attendant, but more and more excited about her life. And she tapped more and more into realizing that she was living her childhood dream. Then she started exploring stand-up comedy, offering comedic routines about her life as a flight attendant. She did 2 of them that were really good. In fact, one of my clients and I went to one of her performances, and the client who went with me had said that Maigen's stand-up routine was the best stand-up routine of all the other people who did open mic that night. Now, that was only Maigen's second opportunity to get up and do an open mic comedic routine. So the cylinders were banging inside of Maigen. So Maigen then decided that she wanted to write mystery novels. She loves Agatha Christie. And this is the reason why I'm doing this Worthiness Wednesday episode, because she has realized for herself her childhood dream. It came upon her as a shock and a surprise just this week when she was visiting her dad, and her dad gave her a photo of Maigen as a little child. And when she saw that picture, she realized that she was living her childhood dream. This was after the Friday after, this was after last Friday, at the time of me doing this video, where she had just published her first novel on Amazon Kindle, I think it's called, the Amazon publishing system, self-publishing. She published this book and was super excited about it. Now, I have to say, I'm not a big fan of mystery novels, and so I wasn't that excited about the possibility of reading her work. But I also have to say, I went ahead and bought a copy anyway. And listener, viewer, when I opened up this novel, the writing was so good. Now I'm going to put a picture of the cover here, because the cover is beautiful. It is a AI generated cover where Maigen had her AI create this, I think it's called paper art or something like that. As you can see, this cover is beautiful. The book is called The Wrong Coliseum, a Margaret the Flight Attendant adventure. And now, if you look at that cover, it looks like a girl's book, right? It looks like it's written for girls, and I think it might be written for girls. But I have to tell you, this book is a page turner. I find so much joy reading this book. And what I found really spectacular, and I'm not surprised by this, but it's a sweet cherry on this book. Because Maigen is a master, and she owes a master of the positively focused framework, and she owes a lot of the life she's living to her willingness to have leaned into the positivity practices in the positively focused framework, she has infused this book with the processes of manifestation according to the positively focused framework. She calls it her positivity. The character in the book calls it her positivity practice of manifestation, When I read those sections of this book, I was just astounded at how seamlessly and naturally Maigen had woven this material into the book. And she's even proud of it too. She said she didn't want it to be preachy, and it's not. It was just an organic aspect of this character. Maigen's trajectory is a perfect example of why I get so much satisfaction working with clients. When clients get to the master level of this practice, now Maigen's been with me since 2018. There are some clients who have become a master in far less time than that. It still takes some time because you have to soothe a lot of negative momentum before you allow yourself enough evidence that proves that this practice works, and then you have to soothe some more in order to manifest enough evidence that gives you that basket of evidence that I'm talking about, and then you have to soothe yourself some more to get into the dream work and start realizing that you're a multidimensional being, and then you have to soothe yourself some more to get to the level of master. Maigen has done all of that. And when you get to that level, you can't help but want to express your sovereignty. You know what sovereignty means, right? It means you are an independent ruler. What are you the ruler of? Your own life experience. And when you get there, I have to tell you, it's pretty hard to work for another being. It's pretty hard to have other people be responsible or be the ones to determine what your income is or what you do or not do. And Maigen has gotten to that point where she just lives her life because she realizes she has created for herself as a master's level charmed life. And this book is a testament to all of that. It's so good. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video to her book. If you enjoy a lighthearted romp through an adventure, I strongly encourage you to buy this book. It's only $4.99 on Amazon. You pay more than that for a latte at Starbucks. And I promise you, this book will be more enjoyable to read than any amount of Starbucks you might drink. Maigen's living the charmed life. I'm living the charmed life too, and so are my other masters. You can too. I've also included links in the description that allow you to test drive becoming a client, or if you're ready, there's another link in there where you can actually book time on my calendar and get your own process started. And in the meantime, I think I've said my piece. I'll see you in the next video.